The lot was nothing but dust, rust, and silence. Once it held a family home. Now only weeds grew through cracked concrete, the echo of lives that had moved on. Yet in the center of this emptiness stood a shadow of loyalty, a German shepherd, ribs showing, eyes fixed on a gate that no longer opened. Day after day, through storms, through blistering heat, he refused to move. Neighbors whispered of him. Some tossed scraps from their car windows. Others shook their heads, wondering why he wouldn't leave. But he was waiting for someone who would never come back. When rescuers first saw him, they said he looked less like a dog and more like a ghost. His paws were torn from pacing. His voice cracked when he barked, and when strangers tried to get close, he turned away, choosing hunger and loneliness over hands he didn't trust. And yet, something was about to change. A choice, a small act of courage, would crack open the silence of that lot, and it would turn his story from loss into the fragile light of a second chance. The shepherd is introduced as a haunting figure, pacing endlessly inside the ruins of an abandoned lot. Locals leave scraps, but no one dares approach. His eyes are sharp, his body frail, his spirit tethered to something unseen. The emotional tension builds. Why does he refuse to leave? What is he waiting for? The lot becomes a symbol of his prison, both real and invisible. The chapter ends with a rescuer hearing about him for the first time, driving past and seeing the dog frozen by the gate, staring into nothing. Will the stranger stop or drive away like all the others? The rescuer returns with food, hope, and patience. Attempts to lure the shepherd fail. He growls, retreats, yet never runs. The rescuer learns from neighbors. The family abandoned him when they left, and for months he has refused to step beyond the rusted gate. Every effort fails until one stormy night when the shepherd collapses from exhaustion. The rescuer edges closer, risking rejection. His hand hovers over the dog's back. If trust doesn't form here, it may never come. The shepherd lifts his head and growls weakly.
The shepherd is finally taken to the clinic. Tests reveal malnutrition, infections, and a dangerously weak heart. A vet warns he may not make it through the night. The rescuer stays by his side, whispering promises, clinging to faint signs of life. At dawn, a tail moves, a fragile wag that defies the odds. Yet setbacks follow. He collapses during short walks, struggles to eat, and his heart skips dangerously. Every moment feels like a countdown. Cliffhanger ending. One evening, the shepherd does not rise when called.
Miraculously, the shepherd survives the scare and slowly grows stronger. Weeks pass. Trust blooms in small gestures, a paw resting on the rescuer's hand, a soft bark of recognition, eyes that no longer flinch. They walk at sunrise, sit together on porches, and share quiet nights. The scars remain, his gait stiff, his heart fragile, but so does resilience. Still, shadows of fear linger. What if his heart fails again? What if this bond ends too soon? Cliffhanger ending. The rescuer decides to take him back to the empty lot where it all began.
The shepherd returns to the lot. He freezes at the rusted gate, staring long and hard as if confronting the ghosts of his past. The rescuer waits, breath held. Then, with slow certainty, the dog turns away, pressing his head into the man's hand. The gate has lost its power. His waiting is over. Together, they walk away, two souls carrying a story not of abandonment, but of second chances. The script ends with the universal reflection that sometimes the smallest act, choosing to stop, choosing to open a gate, can change not just the life, but two.